Okay. These two geniuses get the idea to bunker rush. Yeah, there's one small problem with that. It ends up failing, and this dumbass decides to suicide all of his SCVs into blue Flame Hellions. As you'll see. Because, Nicocato apparently believes, oh, I gotta fight with my SCVs against 5 Hellions that do bonus damage to light units. But hey, using your brain for any real type of thinking, doesn't apparently work for these guys. He's supply blocked because since he's too stupid to use common sense, and just streams down here like a complete mental retard. Because apparently that's how you play Terran with idiots in regards to idiots like this. Bunker rush when the opponent has Hellions. Yeah, and like usual, TechRed is teching instead of pulling his cock out of his ass. And I'm not going to apologize for that, YouTube. This is what he does sometimes. He it it he doesn't think. And I tell him get units. Guess what? You fucking listen. He's got no queens. Guess what? Get queens, get larva inject, get mass roach. And shit like this would not work. Yeah, that accomplished what? No, serious. That accomplished what? Nothing. How about MAURI and Nicocato? How about instead of being complete and utter retards, brain and playing Terran like you're freaking you got fiddlesticks or something stupid? Why don't you actually fucking play the race? You've got no other add-ons on your barracks. You've got no factory. You have no expansion. Nicocato. You're getting plus one infantry when we are already going to move out and kill you. Also, why is he sending this over here? Moron, your expansion is right in front of your base, dumbass. Your brain not working, You got a little brain damage or something? Your expansion is over here, dumb fuck. Yes, Blue Flame Hellions do bonus damage to light units. Marines and SCVs are light units. And I'm gonna keep bringing this up. MAURI apparently must suffer from acute brain damage Because apparently he doesn't know where his fucking natural expansion is. He flies a command center over here when his base is over here. Right in front of your ramp, dumb fuck. Maybe if you weren't so busy trying to cheese and shit, you were actually competent enough to play Terran, you'd know where your damn bases actually are. And then I send my SCV back. Yeah. Make a bunker there. When we're not coming up that ramp, we're coming over here. And this idiot still has no expansion by almost 6 minutes into the game. No factory. No starport. Because it's clear these guys don't actually know how to frickin' play Terran correctly. Lands a command center here instead of here, like you're supposed to do if you are fucking smart. Now watch. He leaves his ramp. He leaves his supply depot down. You're supposed to raise it. What follows is the dumbest decision anyone will ever make in a TVT. You don't fight blue Flame Hellions with your SCVs, you idiot. Nicocato does not know how to play Terran at all. You should have already had an expansion. You should have already had a factory and a starport. Instead, you do the stupidest thing anyone could do. You lose all of your SCVs to Hellions, to Blue Flame Hellions. Yeah, you're not intelligent, Nicocato. "56 units lost. Because this guy and this guy suffer from brain damage. And MAURI is just now getting his starports when he does not have the money to support anything. My ally has his army there. This jackass has nothing. Oh, he has one SCV and a mule left. He's getting stim pack for his non-existent Marines. This dumbass has these two Marines frickin' in the weirdest positions on the map. If these guys were actually smart, they wouldn't have tried to bunker rush they would have tried to get tanks out. This really is why. Sometimes, yes, I do cuss. I'm not going to apologize for it, especially in this situation, because these two, they were stupid. MAURI flies his command center to the wrong base. This dumbass doesn't even expand at all because he was so obsessed with bunker rushing, his brain froze and he couldn't think straight for 5 minutes. Then he suicides all of his SCVs into 5 blue Flame Hellions. Yeah, free advice. If you're gonna play Terran, play smart. Otherwise, Nicocato, don't bother touching the race at all if you're just going to do cheese shit and then ultimately fail at it. And he's got no add-ons on his barracks, factories, or starports at all. And by the time they leave, I just now put down my command center to expand. In the correct base, opposed to this opposed to MAURI, who apparently is, confused with directions on where your bases are. Now let's go back real quick and watch this again. That is the wrong base, MAURI. You were supposed to land your base over here. It's clear you don't have good map awareness. If you did, you'd realize you have an expansion here, you have an expansion here, and you only take that base next to last before expanding in this direction. Now, even though we end up going in and just outright counterattacking and killing them, this is my expansion. I take this base, then this base, then maybe this one if I'm on this side of the map. I don't fly my correcting command center in the wrong direction. You don't do what Nicocato does. You run your SCVs over here, and he should have already had a factory and either making counter Hellions or get a damn Widow Mine and put it here and put depots to wall off so my Hellions cannot get straight in and kill your mineral line. Do not repeat this idiot's mistake. 37. That's a total of Marines and Marauders dead because this idiot does not know how to correctly play Terran, and the following takes place. Okay, good job. You suicided all of your almost all of your SC. Yep, good job. You suicided almost all of your SCVs into blue Flame Hellions that deal bonus damage to light units, and SCVs count as light units. Maybe next time, Nicocato, don't play like an idiot. Instead of spamming barracks, you should get two factories, pump out widow mines, and that will shut this down. These two were morons. They had the idiotic idea that they could bunker rush, cheese, and then not have a proper follow up, or, in the case of MAURI, play brain damaged and not know where your proper expansion is, fly over here and not do anything with that base. He had an engineering bay. He could have landed his base at the proper location and made a planetary fortress and then continue to expand. Instead, he flies over here for whatever freaking reason and doesn't have a proper follow up. Yeah, it's clear these guys were both not thinking straight. And these, of course, these are most of the people I get matched against on ladder. People who have this stupid notion that, oh, if I do this, I'll just win this many games. I don't have to think at all. No, you do actually have to think. When you do something stupid like this and you get countered by someone like me, who will make the proper unit and kill your economy, maybe you should actually think for longer than 5 minutes, kid. I really do find it hilarious that people like this play the game and they think, oh well, I can do this, and oh, that if someone criticizes me, oh, they're just complaining, they're just butthurt, they're just losers. No, most of us actually know how to play our damn race correctly. It's like with Protoss. Oh yeah, okay, go Protoss and mass carriers in team games. No, it's not easy to kill. Yet you can get lucky sometimes, but that does not make the Protoss player smart for doing it. It just shows, oh well, I'm gonna do this, and I'm not gonna listen to criticism if somebody, freaking calls me out on my BS. I'm just gonna call them a loser and BS like that and not act like an adult because, oh, wait, that guy actually has legitimate criticisms. I'm being lazy by just massing voids, carriers, or even mutas. Massing air like that does not make them a good player. It's cheap, and it's a freaking strategy that needs to die a horrible death. If Blizzard actually cared about balance, they would make it impossible to mass carrier. Get 5 carriers, okay, yeah, you're good. Spam 20 carriers, and you'll win, but that doesn't mean you're going to improve as a player. That just means you're going to continue the same lazy, unintelligent tactics If someone better could come along and completely butt and crush you, and if you were smart, you'd probably go, oh well, maybe I shouldn't do that. No, half the people that do mass carrier, if you do beat them, oh they'll just go do it the next game because they never actually freaking listen. They never learn from their own mistakes. They repeat the same bullshit over and over, and it gets drilled into their heads. Oh well, oh I'll keep doing this. No, they're just haters. No, you're a fucking idiot who's lazy, who's not actually showing your full potential by just massing air like a dumbass. Don't want people to cuss at you, don't give them a reason. It's just it's between real life and even on here on the ladder on StarCraft. If you do something stupid, guess what? Yes, I can and will call you out on it. You don't want to act like an adult? Fine. It's not gonna change how I respond to you. If you call somebody a loser, guess what? You're a juvenile and you don't actually have the right to complain about anything. Do something dumb, I'm gonna call you out on it. Do something smart, I might praise you for it. That's how it goes. And with that, we're going to move on to the next replay.